Cliff Richard, born Harry Roger Webb on October 14, 1940, in Lucknow, British India, came into the world during a time of immense change. His family moved to England in 1948, following India's independence, and settled in Cheshunt, Hertfordshire. Although the family struggled financially, young Harry displayed a deep love for music from an early age. Inspired by American rock and roll legends like Elvis Presley, Little Richard, and Buddy Holly, Harry's passion for music grew stronger. By 1958, he adopted the stage name Cliff Richard, blending strength with a tribute to his hero, Little Richard. He formed a band called The Drifters, later renamed The Shadows, and released Move It, which is often credited as the first authentic British rock and roll record. This marked the beginning of a career that would redefine British pop and make Cliff Richard the first true rock star of Britain. The evolution of Cliff Richard's musical career. Throughout the 1960s, Cliff Richard became a household name in the UK. Hits like Living Doll, The Young Ones, and Summer Holiday propelled him to fame, making him the face of British rock and roll. His talent extended beyond music as he ventured into film, starring in several musical comedies. These films helped solidify his place as a cultural icon. Despite the rise of the Beatles and the British invasion, Cliff managed to stay relevant. Instead of being overshadowed by these new trends, he evolved, shifting from his teen idol status to a more mature artist in the 1970s. With songs like Devil Woman and We Don't Talk Anymore, Cliff explored new musical styles such as disco and synth-pop. His ability to adapt to changing times while staying true to his unique voice ensured his continued success across generations. Faith and integrity. Cliff Richard's lifelong commitment. In the mid-1960s, Cliff Richard made a pivotal decision that would influence both his personal and professional life. He became a devout Christian. His faith became a central pillar of his identity, guiding his career choices and lifestyle. Cliff remained steadfast in his beliefs, refusing to indulge in the excesses of the showbiz world. This decision shaped his public image, as he chose to distance himself from the party scene and cultivate a clean, wholesome persona. Cliff's spiritual commitment led him to record religious music, such as the 1979 Christmas single Mary's Boy Child with Boney M. His decision to remain unmarried and child-free also attracted public attention, but he handled questions about his personal life with grace and dignity, always emphasizing his dedication to his career, faith, and family. Cliff Richard. A global icon with unmatched success, Cliff Richard's impact extended far beyond the UK, with devoted fans in countries like Australia, South Africa, and across Europe. He sold more than 250 million records worldwide, cementing his place as one of the best-selling music artists in history. He is the only artist to have had #1 singles in 5 consecutive decades, from the 1950s through the 1990s. His contribution to British culture was officially recognised when he was knighted in 1995, becoming the first rock star to receive such an honour. He was also awarded the Order of the British Empire, OBE, in 1980 for his charity work. Cliff's philanthropic efforts, particularly in supporting causes like HIV/AIDS awareness and children's welfare, earned him admiration not only for his music, but also for his unwavering commitment to social causes. Facing adversity. Cliff Richard's strength amid controversy. Cliff Richard faced a significant challenge in 2014 when false allegations of sexual misconduct surfaced. The accusations led to a highly publicized investigation and media frenzy, causing immense personal distress. However, Cliff remained composed and dignified throughout the ordeal. In 2016, The Crown Prosecution Service announced that there was insufficient evidence to proceed with the case, clearing him of all charges. Cliff did not retreat from the spotlight. Instead, he fought back, winning a high-profile privacy lawsuit against the BBC for its handling of the investigation. He also became an advocate for press accountability and the rights of individuals under investigation. His resilience in the face of adversity earned him even more respect from fans and peers, reinforcing his reputation as a man of integrity. The emotional toll of fame. Cliff Richard's personal struggles. Throughout his career, Cliff Richard struggled with the emotional toll that fame took on his personal life. One of the earliest examples of this came in 1961, when he wrote a heartbreaking letter to his first serious girlfriend, Australian-born dancer Delia Wicks. The couple had been together for 18 months, but Cliff realized that his burgeoning career would prevent him from having a lasting relationship. In the letter, Cliff explained that being a pop star meant giving up the right to a lasting romantic relationship. His commitment to his family, especially after his father's death, took precedence, and he urged Delia to find someone who could love her in the way he could not. The letter highlighted the emotional sacrifices that came with fame, as Cliff chose his career over personal happiness, a decision that would resonate throughout his life. Romantic relationships. Cliff Richard's love life. Cliff Richard's romantic life was marked by a series of relationships, some short-lived, others more significant. After ending his relationship with Delia Wicks, he briefly dated actress Una Stubbs. The two were often seen together, but the relationship did not last. In the 1960s, Cliff was romantically linked to dancer Jackie Irving, whom he described as beautiful. For a time, the two were inseparable, but their relationship ultimately ended, and Jackie went on to marry singer Adam Faith. The 1980s brought one of the most publicized chapters in Cliff's romantic history: his relationship with British tennis star Sue Barker. Their romance garnered significant media attention, and at one point, it seemed that marriage might be on the horizon. However, the relationship did not progress toward marriage, and Cliff admitted years later that while he had considered proposing, he realized he didn't love her enough to commit for life. Cliff Richard and Elvis Presley. The influence of the king. For decades, fans have speculated about Cliff Richard's admiration for Elvis Presley, and Cliff finally broke his silence, revealing just how profoundly the king of rock and roll influenced him. In a rare and emotional reflection, Cliff admitted that Elvis's rise in the 1950s was a major inspiration in shaping his career. "I was mesmerized," Cliff said, recalling the first time he heard Elvis sing. "It was like the world stopped." Elvis's voice, energy, and swagger ignited something inside Cliff. As a teenager in post-war England, Cliff felt compelled to perform, to make people feel the way Elvis made him feel. Cliff acknowledged that while he was grateful for being compared to Elvis in his early career, it was also a source of pressure. He had to navigate the challenge of finding his own identity while walking a path paved by Elvis. Cliff Richard's regret: never meeting Elvis Presley. One of Cliff Richard's deepest regrets was never having had the chance to meet Elvis Presley in person. "I came so close once," Cliff revealed, sharing that there was a planned encounter that never happened due to Elvis's untimely death in 1977. "It was like losing a brother I'd never met," Cliff admitted, his voice tinged with emotion. Elvis's death affected Cliff deeply, as he considered Elvis not only a musical inspiration, but also a kindred spirit. The loss of the man who unknowingly guided Cliff's own journey was personal, and Cliff expressed that their shared Christian faith and similar vulnerabilities made him feel a deep connection to Elvis. Although they never met, Cliff continues to honor the king's memory, a testament to the profound impact Elvis had on his life and career. A moving tribute. Cliff Richard pays homage to Elvis Presley. In breaking his silence about Elvis Presley, Cliff Richard has offered fans a rare glimpse into the depth of his admiration and connection to the legendary artist. Cliff's words serve as a heartfelt tribute to the man who shaped his musical journey. While Elvis was known for his iconic voice, hips, and hair, Cliff also admired the deeper qualities that defined him as a person: his vulnerability, kindness, and spirituality. Cliff recognized that, like him, Elvis had a searching quality in his life, a yearning that resonated with his own experience. In reflecting on their shared Christian faith and artistic journeys, Cliff has not only paid homage to Elvis, but also shared an intimate part of himself with his fans, a tribute from one icon to another.